Hello my lovelies, your favorite fabulous fairy here, and today we're going to talk about twin flames. So what is this hullabaloo about a twin flame? What is a twin flame? Are you a twin flame? We're going to talk about that. We're going to see if you can identify, are you a twin flame or are you a single soul? Both are totally fine, by the way. Okay, so first off, what is a twin flame? Okay, well this is my interpretation of what a twin flame is. To me, a twin flame is when we were in the other side, the source, where we come from, whatever, we made a pact with this other soul that we are together, that we are going to grow, that we are going to change, that we are going to stretch, that we are going to become, that we are going to continue to experience life in all the best ways and the worst ways, but we are going to grow from it. And that when we meet each other on the other side, we're going to rise up with the other person, that we are going to be the mirror to the other person's soul. You're literally mirroring the other person. So that's what I believe a twin flame is. When I met my twin flame, you feel crazy. You feel like, oh my gosh, this is that thing they talked about in the movies, that love at first sight or whatever it is. But it's way more than that. And it becomes way quicker than a normal relationship. So it's basically like two souls recognize each other. When you recognize your twin, it's like you're seeing yourself, but it's not yourself. You feel like home. This person literally feels like home, smells like home, sounds like home. When you're with them, you just get this completely, I'm fine, everything's perfect, home kind of feeling. So let's talk for a second about a soulmate. What is a soulmate? People think that a soulmate is the one person that they're meant to be with. That's just the one person they're meant to be with. Actually, that would be pretty beeped if we only had one. If we only had one, they could die skiing or something, and then you're screwed. Then you have no one. Pardon me. So the universe is smart. The universe wants us to be happy, so it hooks us up. It gives us several soulmates. Typically several soulmates. I mean, maybe there's somebody out there who literally only has one. I've not met that person. Most of my clients have at least 3 or 4. Some have 6. One has 8. Okay, so I mean, they're out there, right? Depends. A twin flame, you only have one twin flame if you have a twin flame. Now, not everybody has a twin flame. That's okay if you don't. You're not a bad person. You're not a lazy person. Well, maybe you're a little lazy because you didn't want to do the soul work. But I mean, who cares? You know, you're here on this life. You chose this life how it is. So let's just roll with it, right? So a soulmate will take you as you are. When you meet a soulmate, you're not necessarily going to grow with that person. You can, but you're not necessarily going to. You're not necessarily going to be driven to change. You're not necessarily going to be driven to become a better person or to become your higher self or to become your perfect self. You might just be really comfortable and just stay right where you are. Good. I'm locked. I'm staying. It's good. That's fine. When you meet your twin flame, though, you almost instantly want to better yourself. You want to start working out, eating healthier, working on those hobbies, doing a better job at work, getting a different job. You want to do all these different things once you meet your twin. And they don't even have to have had a lengthy conversation with you. You just have to realize that their soul exists. And then all of a sudden, you're just pumped. You just, for whatever reason, you're so motivated to do all of this stuff. Now, what if you have not met your twin yet? How can you tell if you're a twin flame? This is something that I wish I would have found out years ago. I mean, actually, maybe not, because everything happens how it should, and I went along my path how it should, and I'm where I need to be. I am wearing clothes, by the way, so you all know. I'm all there. Let me see if I can. There we go. I'm wearing clothes. I'm all like, but okay. So this is maybe something that I wish that I had learned. Except for, like I said, life puts us where we need to be when we need to be there. So then again, maybe I'm happy it all just went exactly how it went. But twin flames, the idea that your emotions are not just your emotions. Wow. The idea that your thoughts are not necessarily just your thoughts. Whoa. The idea that your problems that you're feeling and facing when there's no problems arising around you and you don't know why you're feeling that way, and it could possibly be because somebody else shares your soul and they're going through some shit. I've never... Where was this my entire growing up? I'm like, where was this information? Of course, you know, looking back, it's like, would I have believed it. Well, no, I probably would have, but I mean, would my mom have bought into it and let me believe it? Maybe not, you know. So, okay. Do you get a sense of sadness or anger when nothing has gone wrong in your life? I'm talking, you wake up and for whatever reason in your life, you're upset. Like really upset. Like really, really sad. Like somebody just ran over your dog or killed your friend or something. Or you're mad. You're so mad like somebody really screwed you over or really did you dirty. Or you're maybe even really happy. You're so happy like you won the lottery, but maybe your life is shit right now and there's no reason for you to feel the happiness. These are all signs of a twin flame. You're experiencing emotions that don't directly correlate to what's going on in your life and have no reason for being there. You're probably a twin flame. I found out now that I am with my twin, if I were to go back and line it up on a scale, a timeline, I guess, in my journal, the days that I felt the deepest, the darkest of sadness, I come to find out his friend had hurt himself or killed himself. On days that I had been struggling with drinking. I used to drink alcohol a lot. I'm not an alcoholic. Like, I never was like, I gotta have my booze. But I was social drink. And the people I was dating, my karmatic was an alcoholic, so he did drink every single night. So I would drink a few times a week, quite a few times a week. And the thing about that is you just keep drinking as long as everybody's up. So it's not necessarily like, oh, you know, I had to drink. It was just that like, oh, the party's still going at 1 o'clock. Oh, they just all opened a beer. I'll open another beer, you know? And so now you're drinking that much. And so I would wake up hella hungover and sick and gross and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, when you're young and you're going through these emotions and you're like, why do I feel so angry today? Why do I want to kill somebody? And then if you go back on your twin's timeline, you're like, wow, that was a day they just got screwed over really bad. A day that I feel like I lost the world and it turns out they lost a friend. Or vice versa. A day that they wake up and they're feeling like they lost the world and it was a day I lost my grandpa, you know, and different things back and forth. So also if you're not somebody who, see, my twin for a little bit did, I think, coke. And coke is a very angry drug, and I don't do coke. I've never been a coke person. I think that Pepsi, just kidding. No, neither. Dr. Pepper, actually. If I'm gonna go dark soda, it would be Dr. Pepper. But technically, I'm a ginger ale kind of girl. But anyways, so coke is a very angry drug. All right, I would experience bouts of anger out of nowhere. I mean, like, I would be fine, everything would be going good, and then all of a sudden my personality would shift, and I would just be like, every little thing would annoy me. And then, after hanging out with people later in life who did the drug, I noticed that their personality would switch like that. So you could definitely be experiencing withdrawals, sickness, pain, or pleasure because of your twin flame. There are times where you could be feeling, wow, is someone touching me down there and I can't see them? Like, what the hell is going on? And your twin is currently involved in a sexual activity. If you do not know your twin, you're going to have these feelings just out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. You're not going to know why. You're not going to know how. And you're just going to think, dude, am I going crazy? What's going on with me biologically? Why am I going on this roller coaster of emotions when nothing has happened in my life? I woke up, everything was fine. My house was put together. I had breakfast. Kids got to school fine. Everything was fine. Why do I feel this way? If that's the questions you're asking yourself, there's a very good chance you are a twin flame, whether you have met them or not. Okay. If you've already met your twin and you felt an amazingly deep connection right away, they feel like home and such on and such on. My own twin and I, when I met him for the very first time, when you meet this person, there will be something about them that instantly strikes you. Instantly strikes you. For me, it was my twin's eye. They have a very unusual eye. It looks like a cat eye. And that's something I've always liked. My grandmother has an eye like that, but she was shot in the eye with an arrow by a cousin of hers when she was 14. So hers is like the colored part isn't there. It just is black all the way down. I always thought it was so beautiful. Pardon me. She didn't like it so much, but I always thought, man, if I could stare into someone's face, I want to stare into an eye like that. That's beautiful. David Bowie has messed up eyes. One's one and one's the other. Absolutely love it. All of my art has eyes like that. Because of that, I just absolutely love it. When I saw my twin and he has an eye like that, I didn't even think, oh, that could just naturally happen. Somebody could just naturally be born with that. Never in a million years did I think that. But it was, and it was the very first thing. Truthfully, I did not think of him again the entire year because he said he was taken, I was currently taken, and it was just, I let it go, you know, it wasn't like a big deal. But the next year when I saw him and we were both single, from the moment I saw this big, giant beast of a man, I was like, oh my God, I must be around you all the time. You are fucking amazing. And that's not necessarily the place I was at when this was happening. I just gotta say, I'm a little bit of a I don't know what to say. I've worked at this place for a long time, a really long time, since I was 15, okay? On my 30th birthday, that will be 15 years that I work there. So, and I'll be 30 next year. So I'm not good at not being humble. I've just worked there a very long time, so everybody knows me. Well, this year I came back, or this last year I came back, I had dropped 60 pounds. I had went blonde. Everybody's always seen me with dark hair or pink hair or purple hair. And there's a very, very big group of people out there, and a lot of them had crushes on me for some time when I was heavy. And so since I came back skinny blonde bombshell, oh my goodness, I had quite a little following of people, male and female, around me, and I was enjoying my time. And I had never had that experience before because I have always been a little heavy, and I've always been very shy, and I've always been with someone. I was with my karmatic for 9 years. I've had a 3-year, a 4-year, a 9-year, the 1 year that tried to kill me, and then my twin and I, we're only counting this time around, so we've been together since, well, for like 2 or 3 months now. So, anyways, I didn't care about any of them. The second I saw this person, I was like, I literally could have had my pick of the litter is how it seemed, and I like was obsessed with this person, like infatuated. I wanted to buy them stuff. I wanted to be in their presence. If this is what's coming on to you and you're like, wow, I met this person and I'm just like, you know what I mean? I'm just like going through this. It's like, it's an intense feeling. It's okay. Okay. That's normal. It's totally normal. Okay, so even though you're with them all the time, or you're seeing them way more often than you normally would see somebody that you're dating at this stage of the relationship, you're going to feel like an almost unnatural feel to want to be with them, even when you just left them. So you just dropped them off, they just dropped you off, and now you're like, oh my God, I need to be with them again. I want to text them, I want to call them. That's a natural thing to feel with your twin flame. However, it's never healthy for anybody to be codependent that much, whether you're a twin flame or whether you're not. So as a habit, I'm going to ask you to try to break yourself, because it's very, very important. It's very important that you are truthful with them and that you let them know. And this is the thing, they're probably going to be afraid because they feel the same way. They might even run away from you for a while. There is this famous thing in twin flames where once you meet, you have this giant fire in a pan, and then poof, it's gone. Not that it's gone, the fire never goes out, but they poof, they leave, they go away, because it's so intense for them. It's so intense that it's actually scary for them, and they don't know if they can handle it. They're all of a sudden, this person has this draw to them, this pull, this power over them, and they're very much afraid of letting you have that control and that power, because if they give that over, now if you decide to leave, where will they be? They're without you, and they're the thing that you want, or you're the thing that they want most. So giving that over is very, very difficult. That's okay though. If that happens, you know what I mean, just kind of let it go. I know you're like, how could I let it go? They'll be back. They're your twin flame. They can't stay away from you. By written of what it is, they can't stay away from you. They need you. They want you. They want you more than anything, anybody that they have ever met in their life. And that is what's terrifying. We have something. You have something. This connection that's undescribably awesome. So give them the benefit of the doubt if you are the one that's more awake, and let them have their time to breathe. They will be back. I promise they will be back. Twin flame is a yin and a yang relationship. You're so very similar, but where you guys differ is where the other person makes up the difference. So if you've ever seen a yin yang, it's like, I'm not going to be able to make it, okay, kind of like that, right? It's got, actually, that's a pretty good yin yang. So it's, you know, half black, half white. There, if I do it in my hair, it's perfect. So that's the person, right? But then there's one spot of white over here and there's one spot of black over here. And that's like the difference. You guys are going to have so many similarities. You're going to have similar aspirations, wants in life, hobbies, dreams, goals. Like for me, I am an artist and I love to sing, and my twin flame is a musician and he's going into art of a sort. He's becoming a barber, so like, you know what I mean? It's like there's the similarities are there. You have similar fears, trials, and tribulations. If I don't want to get too much into what I went through with me, because then that automatically assumes I don't want you knowing too much about my twin without his permission. But okay, so say you've gone through something horrible, your twin has gone through something horrible, or several horrible things. They're all similar. Why are we put through these similar things? And I really think it's because when you meet this other half, they understand you. We always have the thing, nobody understands us, nobody's gone through what I've gone through, nobody's, had to live my life. Well, if you're a twin flame, they might not have been named Shaenna, but I guarantee you he's gone through some shit. He's gone through some things that's really, really distorted his life, and he's had to work through, and the same with me. You're comfortable in silence, but you seem to communicate through the silence. When you meet your twin, you can literally, as not everybody can do it, but you can literally sit there and just be, well, people text, that doesn't count. Let's pretend we're reading a book. We can be reading a book. I'm reading Sacred Journey. This is actually my journal. Same company that does my cards. So I'd be reading, na 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 na. And then I hear him say in his head, I'm hungry. Would you like to go get some food, sweetie? And I'll put my book down and I'll be like, so do you want to go to blah, 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 blah? Or maybe he'll say, do you want to go get some food, sweetie? I was thinking pizza. And then I would put the book down and I'd look at him, and out loud I would say, yeah, I'm thinking combination. And he would be like, all right, combination pizza sounds good. Did we talk about this out loud, or did you just read my mind? I just read your mind. Oh, okay. Same thing, we're flipping through the TV. You know, maybe, well, I don't really, it's just an example, but maybe you're flipping through the TV and you see something as they're scrolling through that looks good. They might have already passed it. They'll stop, they'll go back to it, and they'll hit it. And you can watch it for a moment without saying anything. You could be like, nah, never mind, I don't want to watch it. And then they'll go back to guide without ever saying a word. Without ever saying a verbal word, this is what's going to happen. So that's really awesome. I love that. And if you're telepathic at all already, then once you meet your twin flame, you're just going to blow that out of the water. It's going to be like, you can't hide that you're sad or mad or anything. They just know. But I kind of like that. You feel I love you way sooner than normal. So you want to say I love you like day freaking 2. Maybe sooner than that. This person just, it feels normal and right that you would be I love you with them. And it's you know, you have that connection. You're going to want to just move quicker than you normally should. You have a need to protect and defend that person from everything, from everyone. If somebody's going to do something, you're just like, you're up to bat for them. And you might not even have known them for 24 hours. You're just like, I don't know, I got this. Nobody talks to you like that. It's very awesome. I love it. I feel like there's that connection that you're not going to get anywhere else. And once you have that person, you know that they truly do have your back and they are there for you 100%. It's amazing. I know that my bear is there for me 100%, and he knows I'm there for him 100%. And that's priceless right there. Okay, this is really, really important. Really important. And I'm sorry you guys had to make it through this far to get to this part of it. I don't believe that they're your twin if they make you feel like shit all the time. If they put you down, they call you a whore, a bastard, a slut, they take your money from you, they make you feel dumb about your job, about your hobby, anything like that. I have people come to me and talk to me about their twin, that they want their twin so bad, and their twin is doing all these horrible things to them. Never did my twin ever ever. Even when he hurt my feelings the most during our separation, it was mostly because he would be short. He would be cold and short, but he would never be rude. He would never put me down. He might be like, LOL, okay, and I would be annoyed by that, or he might give me a thumbs up and I might be annoyed by that, but he would never call me a bad name. He would never put me down. He would never try to make me feel like less. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Not fucking once. Not once. All right? He didn't pay for drugs. Not once. Not once. That's Walk Hard. It's a really great movie. Anyways, it's true though. Not once. He never made me feel bad. He never made me feel like less. Other than the fact that, like, when you straight up did, when he didn't want me, of course, that's different. You know, you don't want me. Of course, I'm going to feel like I'm low as low can get. I'm going to feel like less. I'm going to feel like, how can you not want me? As of the day he broke up with me, he did tell me I needed to seek help and this and that. But if you watch my 26 questions with Twin Flame, we go over that. And actually, if you haven't watched that already, I suggest you go do that right now. But he never tried to make me feel bad. The result of me feeling bad from our breakup was inevitable, but he never tried to make me feel like you're stupid, you're a whore, you're whatever. People tell me that all the time, that their twin says stuff like that to them. I have news for you. If that's what you got going on, and more times than not, your twin is saying things like that to you, he's probably, or she is probably your karmatic. They're probably not your twin at all. There's no way a twin is going to go out of their way to drop you to the ground. I don't believe that. Now, there are tiffs. Everybody gets in tiffs. Everybody gets in quarrels and lack of communications and things like that. If that's what it is, and it was in the heat of the moment, and it was a one-time thing, okay, fine. I'm not talking to you. Okay? Because every time, you know, we get into a fight, we can't be expected to never, ever, ever say something we don't regret, or, you know. However, if the majority of the time this is the interaction, please take a second look at this. They're probably blocking you from your true twin, and you think that they're your twin because they're just dancing in your mind. That's the nature of a karmatic as well. So just be aware for that. Realize, is this your twin or not? If they're mostly making you feel horrible, Shaenna doesn't like that. Nah. Fairy godmother right here is a little bit upset for you on your behalf. So let's go ahead and look at this and see what we can do to change that. This is the thing about twin flames. When you do argue, you resolve easily and quickly. Your fights do not continue for days and days. They do not continue for hours and hours. You come to a symbiotic resolve almost every freaking time. Almost every time. And you apologize genuinely. And you genuinely care. And you did get your argument out. And you do feel like you were heard. Because at the end of the conversation, and that's what it turns into, is a fucking conversation. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine fighting with somebody and it not be a yell match? And it not be a battle of who can say what more? Who can yell louder? Who can say the dirtiest thing? And that's going to get my point across there. No, it never does it? It never does. The people don't listen. If you can have a conversation with somebody and resolve your issues... Wow. Like an adult? Almost squished my butterfly there. Don't squish the butterfly. But yeah, seriously, if you can have a conversation like an adult with these people, you're going to feel liberated. You're going to be like, where has this been my entire life? It's the truth. It really is. And you'll notice that you resolve quickly. It's going to be amazing. You do agree on most everything at the same time, including when you're hungry, when you have to pee. I'll give a TMI. I went camping with my twin, and I don't know if this is related or not, but I swear to God this is true. I had the feeling like I had to fart. We're out in the middle of the wilderness. There's not like I can hide behind a bush. That stuff's going to echo, right? And I'm thinking to myself, oh God, I got to fart. And there's no way I'm going to fart in front of my twin. No way. The second I think that, he rips one. My feeling of having to fart literally went away. Okay, you're like laughing hysterically, hopefully, at this point. The thing is, you're like, bullshit, right? No. It happened like 4 more times. Like where I would get the feeling and I'd be like, oh God. And then he would go burp and then the feeling would go away and I'd be like, did you just fart my fart for me? I was like, how is that even Seriously, what the hell is going on? What kind of Twilight Zone episode is this? That's some romance I'm not sure I'm ready for. You were so close to he farts my farts for me. Like, what is this? I don't even know. I'm probably just out of my mind. But seriously, that's how it is. I don't know. I hope you guys got a kick out of that one. I sure did. And then finally, I'll leave you with this. And this is probably the biggest signifier that you've met your twin flame, that you are a twin flame. You get this random urge to become better. You're with the same group of people, same friends, doing everything the same. And you've been okay with this up until this point in time. And then all of a sudden one day you're just like looking around, you're like, I can't do this anymore. I can't sit here anymore. I can't watch the movies anymore. I can't play the same games anymore. I can't drink the same drinks anymore. I can't do this anymore. I can't sit here anymore and do this. I need to change something in my life. Now you might be thinking, okay, well, everybody goes through that. Some people do, some people don't. Some people are literally happy in that place. My twin, or not my twin, my karmatic, my 9-year karmatic that I was with, they're literally in the same exact house that I left them in the same fucking chair, in front of the same exact video game. The only thing that's different is now they're having sex with the person who owns the house and not me and them, or whatever. I still think they were doing it behind my back for at least the last couple months while I was there. But they say that they weren't. It doesn't really matter. I got my twin. Good for them. But the point is, they're still there. It's still the same. Not a different job that I begged for. Never happened. I begged that we could get a place together away from those people. Never happened. Begged that we could do something other than sit in the chair and play video games and watch movies all day. Never happened. And it's really, really hilarious because the person they're with now complains to me about all the things I told them that they did to me for the last 9 years that they watched. There you go. So, you know, you can't break that up. Can't make that up. That's just how life is right there. You want to be a better person when you meet your twin. And maybe even before you meet your twin. I got the urge quite a few years. That was like year 4 of my karmatic when I found out they cheated on me. My heart broke and I never felt the same. I stayed with them 4 more years because they told me they were dying, and could I stay with them until they died. They're still alive, just so you know. But I tried. I really did try. I tried so hard to love them and be with them and cater to them and dote on them. And all the things I love to do, I love to treat my man like a king. I love to bring him his beverage. I love to give him rubs. I love to kiss him and be that beautiful little thing on his shoulder. And I love to be like, I'm humble and little. Can you hold me? And stuff like that. My karmatic didn't hold my hand, didn't kiss me, touch me. They would take the back rubs and stuff. They would take the beer I'd bring them or whatever, but nothing. My twin, symbiotic relationship. I feel like his beautiful little treasure when he like pulls me over to him and stuff. And it's an amazing feeling that I would never pass up. But I started becoming my better self, literally. It was 6 years before I met him. I started working on myself. That's lucky for me. A lot of you guys meet your twin way... And then you start to you know, clean up your act way after you met your twin. So you have to deal with knowing them and not getting to be with them. I lucked out. I only had to go through that little bit of time. And then that separation, that was a very short separation. We had like a 3-4 month separation, and that was it. But that was because I really do believe of the hard, intense work I've been doing on myself. And I've had conversations with him. There was a point in time where he decided, no more drugs, no more alcohol, no more anything. I'm not going to be an asshole anymore. I would like to be a better person. And he made changes for his life without knowing me, without anything like that. But it was at the same time. We basically, at the same point in time, we have the same number of years of working on ourselves under our belt. So, if you're a twin flame, don't wait for your twin to be the one to start the work. You start the work. It's up to you to get this going. If you've noticed first, it's up to you, okay? And this is only going to better your life. It's epic being together. I don't know how to say that any other way. You're going to be just enamored with life. So yes, when you find out that this is the person that you're becoming better, you just want to be better because of them or because you're around them, you're just gonna love it. It's gonna be amazing, and I'm so happy for all of you. So hopefully this helped a little bit identify if you are a twin flame or not. I have another video coming up. If you are on the $20 or higher club, you're going to be getting this video. It's so I found out I'm a twin flame. What now? All right, and we're going to teach you what to do now that you found out you're a twin flame. And if not, I love you all, and talk to you all later. Thank you for being my patrons.